shin bone outside. Now Tamura is kicking his knee. You see, still his upper leg. He brings his leg up, but it's still a low kick. Or he's going to kick his knee, and even if he's going to kick his calf, it's going to hurt him too. It has the same effect as a low kick.
Now he tries to close the distance, but with no success whatsoever, as he's just pushed away by Tamura in full control of this opening round at critical countdown.
Yeah, Tamura should set it up a little bit better like he did in the beginning. Right hook, left low kick, things like that, or a right hook, left straight, and then follow it up with the low kick later on.
Nice left hook delivered by Tamura, stinging Takemoto. And you can see that everything Takemoto does now is just trying to really protect that lead leg of his. I mean, he's
circling to the left.
Yeah.
He's trying to take the power away from Tamura's left leg. But there, that front kick again.
And Tamura continues to go to that well.
He can also fake the front kick now, and then because Takemoto is going to react on it and bring his hands down, he can counter with the left straight. So make a fake left kick, and then instead of the left kick, go upstairs with the left straight.
Great point, partner, and that's exactly what I'm sure Tamura may be thinking, because he continues to score well, but now Takemoto comes back with a nice 1-2 combination and now catches the kick, going for the single leg into the body lock against the corner.
Yep, and he's got both underhooks. So this could be a takedown. Let's see, he needs one. He doesn't want to let go anymore. You don't need more punishment for that leg.
Tamura responds like that, almost might have been a little low there. Referee, head official Yuji Shimada, closing in there, probably asking for action.
He's going to step in, yep. He's going to try to throw. Is he going to get it?
Good balance by Tamura, but now Takemoto does position himself. But look at Tamura, how aggressive he is on the bottom, scrambling back up to his feet.
Oh, beautiful escape. And especially with that gi to slip out that way, very slick.
Into the final 3 minutes of this opening round between Takemoto and Tamura.
Looks like Tamura is going to lift him up. No.
He has him in suplex position here if he had the power just to explode those hips. Bring about the close contact, but the referee now brings him back to the center of the ring, calls for action. Takemoto obviously doesn't have much confidence in his shoot boss. He's definitely not looking to take down Tamura because he's always met with either the push kick or the combination and the left low kick.
The left low kick, that's what I'm expecting him to throw right away again. He went to the middle, to the midsection.
Any danger here whatsoever of a yellow card being displayed, because it is very cautious right now, boss, and for Takemoto, it has been that way. I mean, he's just been spinning his wheels, so to speak. Hasn't been able to do much whatsoever.
No, he's just waiting for a mistake of the opponent. Here he actually attacks, but yeah, as you can see, he misses. The only good thing, the punching exchange they had, that was the only effect, the only real exchange they had. But for the rest, it's all Tamura.
Nice right hand through the guard by Tamura, and then again with that low leg kick. And I think he can keep scoring with that leg kick all night long. And finally, Takemoto comes back with a leg kick of his own.
I should keep my hands a little bit higher if I was Takemoto.
But you're right, every time, I mean, those leg kicks obviously have got to be very painful. And we're into the final minute now of this opening round. Single leg takedown by Takemoto, and scores his first right hand and another one, boss. Good job.
Beautiful. You know, Tamura is doing a great job in defending everything.
First glimpse of what Takemoto might be capable of doing there in that sequence. What are we seeing here right now, boss? Is this just too much respect? Is this just leeriness on the part of Takemoto? Like they don't want to engage.
That is the perfect thing that Tamura should do. He should punch, not only kick, because if you only kick, it's pretty easy to see it coming, and then Takemoto can grab the kick. And that's why Tamura is not kicking anymore. He's got to set it up with punches.
What about Tamura, though? He's known for his submissions. He's a very skilled submission fighter. There's a nice kick. Why isn't he going for the takedown?
Because he's fighting a gold medalist. He thinks, yeah, no. I'm not going to fight your game or our game. I'm going to fight my game.
Yeah, and it obviously worked in that first round as he picked apart Makoto Takimoto. And that's the end of round number 1 here at Critical Countdown between Takimoto and Tamura.
You know what? It's going to be difficult for Takimoto to win this fight. He really is going to need a takedown, and then right away he needs to be in a perfect position. He needs to go for a submission. If he cannot close the distance and he gets a few more of those leg kicks, it's going to be over. He cannot take the shot anymore. Look here. Let me take a look. Boom! That was a right hook. But he returned the favor there. Boom! Nice low kicks. Inside low kick, outside low kick. Actually, the other way around. But you can see that. Oh, and that is beautiful.
Nice teep kick, as they call it in Muay Thai.
Yep. Beautiful. And you see it's high on the chest. I always tell my students, if you're tired, give a front kick high on the chest so you have more leverage. You know, it's not, if you kick low, you don't bring your partner off balance. If you kick high, you bring him off balance, he flies back. It gives you a few more seconds to breathe. Or maybe you follow it up and then just come in with a right straight. Yes, what is going through his head right now? What can he do? What instructions?
He has to try to close the distance and utilize some of those gold medal winning judo skills, but at times in that first round, boss, it was like Tamura was a castle, the gate was raised, and there was a moat surrounding him, and it was full of crocodiles, and Takimoto wasn't able to cross it.
Yep.
But
here I expected a really, and he's got the takedown, but the way, watch how Nakamura gets up out of this. 1, 2, and he's already out. Wow.
Obviously, whatever Tamura's game plan is, it's working.
It's working good.
It may not be the most exciting game plan for the fans, but it is scoring with the judges. Now it's up to Takimoto to pick up this action a bit and make it an exciting fight. Let's see what happens here in round number 2. I've damaged the outside of that lead leg. Let's start damaging the inside of that lead leg.
Oop.
Now Takimoto comes ahead there and
comes back with a kick, and now Tamura takes that kick.
Looked like he was going for the Uchimata there.
Yep.
The judo throw, which has led to many ippons for the gold medalist. And of course, Kazuhiro Nakamura and Hidehiko Yoshida have used that very effectively in their MMA careers as well.
You hear the audience, they want to see action now. Tamura, nice kick to the body. Set it up with punches. The front kick works real good, but he has to watch out with it. You see, he's mixing it up, everything. Nice, you see, now that's what I'm talking about.
Tamura's fighting a great fight. I mean, let's give him the credit that he deserves. I mean, he's coming in here and just really picking apart Makoto Takimoto, going upstairs, downstairs, scoring at will. He's
changing his
damage.
Position.
He's damaging. Sorry.
Yeah, and he's standing unorthodox right now, you see? That was a right high kick. I don't think that I ever saw Tamura making a right high kick.
Is he starting to play with Takimoto, perhaps? Or sending a message to Yoshida, saying, is this the best you've got, Yoshida? I mean, let's face it, there is no love lost between Tamura and Yoshida. Nice hand through the guard by Takimoto, but he fails to capitalize on it, boss.
Yep, but you know what? Tamura cannot get cocky here, because that hand that just missed, if it connects, I'm telling you, he will go down.
And I think that's what was happening, though, there, boss, for a few moments. Yep. Now he's gotten his attention one more time. You can never take a moment's rest here in Pride Fighting Championships.
One little mistake, we say it all the time, is what it needs.
Man, you could hear that kick.
Yeah, you can actually feel it almost here.
And again, both these fighters, just for simply stepping into the Pride ring, have already earned all of the fans' respect.
Oh, beautiful.
Tag Takimoto, but he's back up to his feet, so again, he can take a shot.
He should go with left high kick.
Why is Tamura not continuing to press the fight is beyond me.
No mistakes. He doesn't want to take any mistake, because if something goes wrong...
He just had him rocked, boss.
I know, but still, if you start making mistakes, we saw with Vanderlei Silva, look at this exchange here.
But very, very wild in his combinations, leaving him wide open for the counter punch.
You know what? Tyson's first fights were very wild too, but he connected. and it was over.
And look how his career ended, Mr. Rutan.
I know.
On a stool.
But the center was good, the middle part of it, and the beginning.
Tamura, again, just stalking Takimoto, and then it looks like they both just take a few seconds, do some pacing. Again, the main event, a critical countdown 2005. Vanderlei Silva, defending tournament champion, takes on Kazuhiro Nakamura as the action picks up here.
Nice uppercut there by Takimoto.
So Nakamura and Silva later on tonight, but Takimoto and Tamura now in spurts. It's like they're single shooting in their sequences here, boss.
Yeah, I mean, he was connecting, Takimoto was connecting, and I always say, you know, if you connect, might as well keep going. Not?
You might as well. There's Hidehiko Yoshida, also an Olympic gold medalist in his own right back in 1992. And that's, you know, Pride Fighting Championships attracting world-class athletes in all kinds of martial arts and sports.
Yep, and we're in the last 20 seconds of the fight. Still, he's gunning for that leg.
Second round, my friend. Third round still to come.
I know that, but I mean the round, of course. Ooh. That was a big one.
And we are headed to the third round.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Well, they definitely can't all be Shokan and Rogerio Nogueira, boss, but in this upcoming third round, what do you expect to see out of Takimoto and Tamura? Obviously, Tamura has been taking the fight to Takimoto, but we've seen spurts of action from Takimoto. Let's take a look here.
Wow.
Oh, I thought we were going to say
that was a big spurt. You know what, Takimoto right now, I would say has no chance. The only thing that he can do is land one of those strikes that he has, because he's got powerful strikes. Here you see it, see? He's got powerful strikes. He even comes with an uppercut there. I'm telling you, if Tamura plays his game right and he just focuses, then he should have this fight in the bag.
Beautiful land right there when I come right at him with a kick.
Man, they're so tough, those judo guys. Like Yoshida, also, they are so tough.
Yes, they are tough, but he was rocked right there with the left hand. He go in for a kick, try to finish him.
But he couldn't.
He didn't even, okay, I guess he didn't even try though. So
yeah.
We're going to a third round and see what happens. And again, a reminder for more information on what is happening with the revival of the Bushido series, The Way of the Warrior. Log on to pridefc.com, an up-close look at those leg kicks of Tamura.
Yeah, I really wonder what kind of instructions he gets from his opponent. Takimoto, I'm talking about.
What he gets out of his corner?
Yep.
Well, he's got one of the best in Hidehiko Yoshida, and hopefully he's come up with some kind of game plan that will take Tamura out of his element. I'm sure it's been frustrating thus far for Takimoto. And as they touch gloves, a sign of sportsmanship there, and the final round is underway. Definitely want to keep it standing. Goes in for a weak shoot there. Tries the trip though, boss.
He needs to
Rear
do it.
ankle trip.
He needs to get the takedown, and he needs to end up in top position. Preferably, of course. Yeah, this is a referee stop. They're going to stop it and restart it, I guess. If they stay a little bit longer than this. You see Tamura holding the belt.
Second time referee Shimada's asked for action. I don't think there will be a third time. I think he will call for the break, boss.
Yep.
Well, there was the third time. Now they're moving out of the corner.
Whoa.
Nice right hand by Tamura. Held on to the gi to execute it. The gi really hasn't played a factor whatsoever in this fight because they've remained at a distance, boss. No one's really effectively closed the distance whatsoever in this fight.
That's the whole trick. If you fight a judo practitioner, stay away from him. As long as you don't clinch with him, they can't throw. No, most of the time they don't have single or double leg takedowns.
So this is mixed martial arts, and you want to test your skills against the different disciplines, do you not, Mr. Rutten?
Oh yeah, of course. I don't say there's anything wrong with it.
And I know he is a gold medalist, but Tamura has the experience in mixed martial arts. Why not? Let's see who the better man is.
The better man right now is Tamura. Ooh, that low kick was a good low kick. Hey, look at that, you see?
Takamoto now unloading.
That's what he needs. That's what he needs. Yes!
And Takamoto now coming back with some lefts and rights.
It's like he heard us, and now he kept going. Look, he's going for a takedown. Does he have it? Yes, he has it. But Tamura was here before, and he stood up like nothing happened. No, he's going now for the guard.
Well done by Takamoto. Wide base here now, but he has to be careful because Tamura, known for his submission skills.
Especially the leg lock. And then if you stand up like this,
you're exposing yourself.
Yep, your legs. And I'm sure Takamoto knows a lot of things there, but still, leg locks, it's a different ball game.
But Takamoto definitely has his second win, and now he's looking like he's going for some kind of a
Ezekiel choke.
Ezekiel choke, boss, you're right. And I'm sure
no,
some kind of a, nope.
No,
nothing there.
Nothing there.
But look at him now. He's definitely active, trying to score some damage points. Hammer fist.
He needs to. He has 2 minutes left. And this time it is the end of the fight if the bell rings.
Now starting to rain in some right hands and a left.
And another
but you're
right,
boss. I mean, it may be a case of too little too late unless he is able to submit him or knock him out. I think the latter
they're gonna
may be impossible, but a judo guy versus a submission guy, anything is possible there, and they're going to restart him in the center of the ring, as you mentioned. So definitely now, Takamoto has the momentum.
He really needs to step it up now. But what kind of submissions can you pull off from being in the guard? There is not a lot.
And look at Tamura's defense. He's doing a good job of just keeping him close, not giving him any opportunity whatsoever to create the distance. Neutralizing the arms or trying to. Tamura doing a good job here defensively. All right, we are into the final minute of this fight between Tamura and Takamoto.
Yeah, I don't see this fight get finished anymore at the end. I think Tamura has this one in the bag. The gi actually works against Takamoto right now because now he can't pull his arms out, you see? Tamura's holding it.
Takamoto is still in the early stages of his MMA career. This is his second fight. What do you see he has to continue to work on to become a player in Pride Fighting Championships, boss? I mean, well, you know, he did have some great stand-up. What do you see him?
The strikes, I think his strikes are really good. You know, he didn't connect, so he needs to work a little bit more on it, but he's got natural striking ability. There's some good punches, good power. The only thing he needs to do is keep looking at his opponent and see if he can connect with it.
And blood is coming out of the nose of Tamura, but the fight is over. And the judges will be forced to render the decision in this contest between Kiyoshi Tamura and Makoto Takimoto. Takimoto did some damage in the later stages of round number 3, but for the most part, it was Tamura who dominated this fight.
Yep. Now this, look at that, and he keeps looking at his opponent. That's what I mean with, he's got the natural ability. He should work more on it, and he should use it more, because any of these strikes,
is it a case of where he gets more experience, he'll gain more confidence?
Yes, I think so. I truly believe so. And maybe try to fight without a gi one time. Although, you know, I know he's used to the gi, but see if he can fight without a gi also. Maybe that will help him.
All right, let's go to the official decision.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジマット、田村。ジャッジ小林、田村。ジャッジ足立、田村。
Kiyoshi Tamura moves his Pride Fighting Championships record to over 500. He's now 4-3 in Pride as he records unanimous decision victory over Makoto Takimoto, who falls to 1-1 in his young Pride career.
He did a good job. He did a good job. Picked his opponent apart, great game plan, didn't close the distance, kept him away, was circling all the time. Yoshida there smiling at Tamura.
That's a nice scene to see as well as the two rivals shake hands.
And now he says something really nasty. That would be funny.
I'm sure that they're exchanging pleasantries. They're on the battlefield of Pride, and tonight's not the night to renew that rivalry, but who knows what lies ahead in their future as we revisit some of the action, boss.
Yep, there, that left kick and that right. Like you said in the beginning, you know, let's attack both legs now. Let's do it right and left. But I'm sure Tamura wants to say something to the audience, so you, my friend, are going to be that translator. Nice front kick there.
Beautiful to you, man. Tamura is addressing the crowd. Oh, that's an interesting comment from Tamura. And again, the Japanese fighters have the spirit, the fighting spirit, and he is telling the crowd, I don't think that was the greatest fight in the world, and an honest comment from Tamura. And that really just sums it up. Again, see, he's a competitor, boss, and he wanted to probably finish the fight by submission or knockout, and he just mentioned to the crowd, you know, that wasn't a very exciting fight. I'm sorry, but I'll show better next time. So Kiyoshi Tamura, victorious tonight at Critical Countdown 2005. A reminder, the next time we will be on pay-per-view, it is coming up. It's Bushido 8 with the main event of the New York Badass Phil Baroni taking on one of the 4 aces of Bushido in Rio Chonan, and that is coming up in July. It is Bushido 8 on pay-per-view. That will be Friday, July 22nd.
There's no doubt that Nogueira has much more ring experience than me, but that means nothing.
Are you gonna teach him a lesson? Yeah, I will try my best, man. We got the good hands here now. I got some judo tapes from him. I was watching his judo tapes. He got a good throws, very good throws. He's got a good skill on the ground too. But I cannot see how he fight getting punched, you know. So I cannot say that to you. But I think gonna be different game for him, you know. He gonna feel, you know, I'm different game now. Let's see how gonna be his reaction, you know. Normally when you got the first fight, when I had my first fight, no rules, I feel, you know, a lot of pressure, you know. I could make it. I don't know about him.
During sparring, I got hit a few times. As you can see, I have some scars and bruises on my face, but I'm not scared.
And I couldn't see how he fights, because if I got some tapes, I like to study the opponent, you know, before I fight. If I see how he is before, maybe I'm gonna, you know, prepare better strategy to fight against him. But I don't know how he fights. So it makes me a little bit worried about, you know, what's gonna happen there in the ring. That's why I'm gonna be I gotta be very confident in my techniques because I don't know what's coming on the other side.
Boss, the latest addition to the Pride Fighting Championships roster comes to us from the judo world, and he is one of the biggest names in judo from Poland. Recognized as one of the top 50 judokas on the planet, has won numerous world and European tournaments, considers his camp the judo house of the world. 1995 and 97 world judo champion, gold medal, winner at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, and won a record, get this, 316 judo matches in a row. There he is, making his debut tonight in Pride, Pavel Nastula.
Wow, I thought I was so great with my 22 victories in a row.
Well, you were only, well, just under 300 away from this man's incredible winning streak in judo. And by the way, we wish a happy birthday to Pavel Nastula. Of course, if Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira has anything to say about it, boss, Nastula may be sipping his birthday cake out of a straw after this one is over.
You know, the strange thing that Pavel said to us when we interviewed him, that there was pretty much no difference between mixed martial arts and judo. And I always say, you know what, try to armbar somebody while you get punched in the face. It's a whole different ballgame. So now we're gonna find out if it's true or not. And yes, he has been training on boxing, and he told us for 6 months. But 6 months, come on, can you become a real good boxer in 6 months? I hope he did.
For his Pride debut, he wanted to fight Nogueira, a martial artist who, of course, represents one of judo's oldest enemies, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, according to Pride President Nobuyuki Sakigawara, Nastula was very aggressive in his request, if you can believe it. And he also requested special rules, which included having both combatants wear a full gi. Now, he also wanted them to fight under Bushido rules, which comprise one 10-minute round, one 5-minute round. Not surprisingly, Pride veteran Nogueira respectfully declined. Now, some people are out there probably going and saying to themselves, wait a minute, this guy is making his debut in Pride. He's coming to Nogueira's house, if you will, and saying, I want special rules? What's that all about?
No. It's like playing basketball on a volleyball court. It's not. This is mixed martial arts. Anything goes. So of course Nogueira's going to say, no. Now we're going to play by my rules.
And also very interesting, he feels Nogueira's ring experience means, and I quote, nothing.
Yeah.
Pavel Nastula wearing his game face. We're about to find out what he brings to Pride.
赤コーナーよりアントニオ・ホドリゴ・ノゲイラ選手の入場です。
It has been 6 months since we've seen Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. 2004 was the year which he wanted to win the Pride Heavyweight Championship. He was the first Pride Heavyweight Champion, but he came up short, not once, not twice, but 3 times against Fyodor Emelianenko. The last time, of course, their battle at the last Shockwave event. And tonight, he will take on the debuting Nastula. Now, it's been 6 months. He's gone on vacation, boss, healed up his injuries, enjoyed the life in Brazil, and of course, being a member of Brazilian top team, some of the best training around. What version of Rodrigo Nogueira, and especially now knowing that his brother Rogerio was in a brutal battle earlier tonight and is out of the tournament, what kind of Rodrigo Nogueira are we going to see tonight in this battle?
We're going to see an aggressive, outcoming Nogueira. I think he wants to send a message to the world, and especially to Pavel, like, hey man, this is my territory. You're not here to do something to me. And I'm looking at Pavel right now, and you people cannot see it at home, but he took off his gi. Wow. He is fighting in MMA clothing, only shorts, and he so that's going to be the surprise, and I ruined it for you guys now already.
Very interesting indeed that the judoka who wanted to fight in a full gi is now going to be fighting in full MMA gear. And Rodrigo Nogueira, as you see, Nastula, Nogueira, one of the most popular fighters in Pride, is now making his way to the ring, always very strong mentally, a very high pain tolerance, and always believes in himself, and this could be very interesting. interesting, but again, a lot of people don't give Nastula much of a chance against the submission magician Nogueira.
You know what? You never know. We thought Mark Hunt, you know, oh, he comes from Thai boxing, let's see what he can do, and he did real good, so maybe this could be the other way around. Maybe he did train on striking for a long time, but he didn't tell us.
これより第6試合を行います。青コーナー185センチ、103.9キロ。パベル
The birthday boy Pavel Nastula is 35, 6 feet tall, 231 pounds. His debut in Pride Fighting Championships.
191センチ、103.5キロ。アントニオ・ホドリゴ
Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira is 29, 6'3", 233 pounds, 11-2-0 and 1 no contest in Pride. Boss Rutan, is 6 months training enough time to learn striking? Because that's what Nastula told me prior to this matchup. That's how much he spent training to prepare for his matchup with Nogueira.
Well, it depends. If he did it 2 times a day, then it could make a big difference, but most of the times it's like 3 times a week and they think already that's enough. So I truly hope that he trained hard on his striking.
And by the way, this fight is being broadcast live in Poland, so that is also adding to perhaps the pressure Pavel Nastula faces. But again, a legend in judo, and now making his debut in Pride against one of the very best, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira.
Yep, Nogueira should firing left low kicks to the leg, because the way, the stance that Powell has, he's waiting, he's ready to get left low kicks.
Now, in him dressing in full MMA gear, is this a psychological thing he's played against Nogueira, because Nogueira probably expected him to be in a full gi?
Yeah, I think so too. And maybe he saw the fight between Sakuraba and Royce Gracie, and then Sakuraba actually used the gi against Royce, so he thought, you know what? He's used to fighting jiu-jitsu, maybe he's going to find ways to use that gi against me, so I better take it off.
Having said that, I mean, for a few seconds, okay, so what? Now you're in my house, and there he goes right away to work into the half butterfly guard of Nastula.
Whoa, nice reversal.
Nastula.
Yeah, very nice. Good timing. But hey, 360 wins in a row. We kind of know that his ground game is very good. Good control. And now he's in the guard of Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira.
When asked why he chose at the relative advanced age of 35 to try his hand at MMA, he said, why not? I did everything I could do in judo and I'm still fit enough to compete, so here I am.
Now look here, he's looking for a reverse figure 4, Nogueira is. But it's going to be very difficult to pull off. But you never know.
Nogueira also looked like he was trying for a body triangle, but always, again, a very active guard for Nogueira. Holding the proverbial PhD in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now Nastula trying to work the body inside the closed guard. Wide base. He is a realist, though, Nastula. When asked how much of a chance does he think he has of winning this fight, or is it reality, boss? He said he has a 60% chance of winning.
You know what? He's doing actually really good right now, but there is no threat for Nogueira. I don't think there is a submission from here, and I don't think that he has the knockout power to knock Nogueira out. I mean, Nogueira, we saw him getting some bombs from Mirko Prokop, and it didn't even flinch him.
And we also saw in the fight against Fyodor Emelianenko, the fight that he lost the heavyweight title to originally,
that he could take a shot.
Yes.
We're finishing each other's senses tonight, Mark.
That's very good. Telepathic. Now north-south position, looking maybe for a guillotine choke attempt. The arm is inside, though.
No, he doesn't have anything.
No, and he doesn't want to expend that energy as well. You see the fans reacting as well. They always get excited with the Submission attempts, very intelligent crowd here at the Saitama Super Arena in Japan. Another huge crowd on hand for Critical Countdown 2005, the second round of the Pride middleweight tournament. And what added attractions, boss?
They're going to break and they're going to restart in the center of the ring. Yes, you're right.
You know, Mirko Krokop preparing for his world title fight against Fyodor Emelianenko. There's a replay here. We saw him dispose of Emelianenko's teammate IBRAGIM MAGOMEDOV.
Fight! And there we go again.
Earlier tonight, we saw Sergei KHARITONOV dispatch the debuting Pedro the Rock RIZZO in rather surprising fashion.
Yeah, that was just unbelievable.
And they'll be brought back up to their feet. There is Mirko Krokop looking on. And you can see in the background Fyodor Emelianenko in the red t-shirt of the crowd. The two names on everyone's mind. Their long-awaited title fight coming up in August. And right now, pulling guard is Nastula.
Yep, he's sitting there in the half guard. You know what? Nastula actually threw a kick. Kind of surprised me there. But now, this is Nogueira's game. And Nogueira was warned before because he had this position before and got reversed, so he has to watch out now. Really take care of your positioning. Positioning always before submission. That's what I say.
Sage advice from El Guapo Boss Rudin. And again, especially Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you really are working with what the opponent will give you and looking to fill the gaps, especially at this high level of competition. It doesn't get any better than Pride Fighting Championships. Now looking perhaps to try to pass there and go into side control. Got the tight, closed half guard.
Yeah, you see Nogueira, he really wants to pass. He needs to get out of there.
Midway through round number one, doing a good job of cross-facing Nastula, but now they're running out of real estate here, boss, along the ropes.
Some nice shots there. Not super effective, but hey, they add up. And here we go, almost, no. Can he pass that half guard? With his left foot there already, underneath, so he can pull his leg out. Yes, and he's going.
Good
scarf
job.
hold here, actually a modified scarf hold.
Maybe see it. Good job though of Nastula trying to hold that left leg of Nogueira's at bay because fearing some knee strikes.
Yep.
So good ring generalship there by Nastula.
Yep, he's been studying some tapes, that's for sure.
Trying to keep him in tight, but Nogueira always thinking, always moving.
And again, I always say you should throw knees.
Now he's going for the guillotine
anaconda.
choke from that, perhaps setting up the anaconda.
Yep, nope, it's not working. It's nice.
Knee strikes, north-south.
Yes, very good for Paulo here. Oh, and he's got a point. He's done. He's done. Nogueira should attack now because he stunned him.
Good sprawl.
He stunned him there with a punch. Oh, no, no, this is not
ends
good.
up on top. So he escapes the danger zone because you were right. You could see it in his eyes. He was staggered, but he now finds himself in the guard of Nogueira. So rather, I mean, Nastula is acquitting himself quite well here, boss.
He's doing a good game. He's playing a good game. Good balance on his feet. Yeah, we saw it, but hey, he got the fight to the
nice
ground.
up
Nice up kick there. Steps away. Oh, triangle. He has to watch out though. But I don't think that Nogueira can catch him. But I've been wrong before, of course. But 360 fights in a row winning.
And a nice sweep now by Nogueira, and he'll start to rain down some left hands. Nastula looks like he may be fatigued or hurt. What's going on here, boss?
You know what? I think when you go from, like, say, only striking and suddenly submissions are involved, you get really tired. And it's also vice versa, of course. He's used to playing the judo game, but this is totally different.
This is mixed martial arts.
I have marathon runners coming into my class, sorry, and they cannot even do 3 rounds. They run marathons. It's a total different ball game.
Some of the best condition. I mean, everyone who's exposed to the sport for the very first time just gets a better understanding and appreciation. Nice passing of the guard there by Nogueira, going one way and then pivoting to the next, and there's some knee strikes.
Yep, there we go. And you know one thing for sure, Nogueira, I don't think we ever saw him fatigue. He will keep going for the rest of this match.
Almost looked like he had the back mount there, boss. But now he's again running out of, you know, it seems like every time he's about to take real advantage, you're along the ropes. Now turns him over.
Now he should start raining down those knees. To the body also, and to the head, of course.
Maybe a side choke there.
Nice job.
And there into the full mount for the first time in this fight, and now some ground and pound.
He's going to set up an armbar. Is he really going to do it? I wouldn't take the risk. Left hook quite straight. Not only hooks, not only straights, mix it up. That's it. That's what you should do.
Hammer strikes. Nastula has to defend himself intelligently here. Those blows are accruing damage points.
And look at the balance that Nogueira has on top of him. They stop the fight. Yep.
Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira said his simple mission after 6 months away from Pride Fighting Championships was to come back and simply, quote, kick some ass. And that's what he did against Pavel Nastula. But you know what, Nastula, for his first fight in Pride, coming from the judo world against one of the best in Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, for the 8+ minutes that he was in this fight, did pretty well.
He did pretty well, yes. No, nobody can say anything bad about him. I think he did great. He will adjust now, and he will work, go back to the scoreboard as the drawing board, as they always say, and yeah, work on the defense for strikes on the bottom.
Are you surprised that it was via ground and pound? Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira picking up the win.
Yes, I really thought that Antonio was going to try to knock him out on his feet. Whoa, nice knees there. And Powell already discovered there that just putting your hand on top of your head is not gonna stop those knees from having impact. And here you can see by the look in his face that he was already shot. He had a hard punch there, and here we're going for that choke, that anaconda choke he's trying to make, but he twists out right away. So obviously he studied some tapes of Nogueira, and he said, I'm not gonna get caught with this. Knees, he blocked that one too. Yes, his instincts are real good, but he has to work a little bit more on the mixed martial arts combination, the ground fighting and the striking, mixing it up.
It was almost to a degree like watching Mark Hunt in his MMA debut against Yoshida, and that he showed good natural MMA instincts again.
Yes, he had real good natural instincts.
Nastula coming from the judo world, but here we see Rodrigo Nogueira finishing the fight, 8 minutes, 38 seconds, round one, via ground and pound, picking up the victory over Pavel Nastula here at Critical Countdown, and Nastula having a little difficulty there, finding his way off the ring apron, and he's being helped down the stairs as the members of Brazilian top team, Mario Sperry, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, continue to celebrate inside the ring.
Yep, different game, we say it all the time. When you mix it up, those two things, striking and submissions, takedown defense, it makes a person really tired. That's why they don't have 12 or 10 rounds here. No, that's why you have a shorter amount of time, because it just takes all the energy out.
Bushido 7 earned rave reviews, and Bushido 8 coming up Friday, July 22nd on pay-per-view promises to be just as exciting. The main event features New York badass Phil Baroni against Ryo Chonan. It'll be Takanori Gomi against Sean Silva. The debuting Joaquin Hansen of Norway taking on Masakazu Imanari. Kazuo Masaki versus Daniel Acacio. Tatsuya Kawajiri against Luis Buscape, and much, much more. Don't miss it. The new Bushido 8, Friday, July 22nd on pay-per-view.
All corner, 180 cm, 92.2 kg,
Ricardo, the Brazilian Tiger Arona, is 26, 5'11", 205 pounds, 5-1 in Pride.
180 cm, 87 kg, Sakuraba
Kazushi Sakuraba's 36, 6 feet tall, 191 pounds, and he is 16, 6-1 in Pride Fighting Championships, the smallest competitor remaining in this tournament at 191 pounds. And there you see the size difference as they come to set a ring for the referee's last-minute instructions.
But you know what? Sakuraba has fought bigger guys and came out as a victor.
This will be the biggest grappler, though, he has ever faced in Ricardo Arona.
Can Arona take this fight to the ground? He's got a very good takedown, but Sakuraba is a wizard in defending the takedown.
Arona coming off a win over Dean Lister in the first round of the tournament. A bout that received mixed reviews, and in fact, even Arona said it was not a very exciting fight, and he promises to be much more aggressive in this encounter. And with Sakuraba, always expect the unexpected.
Whoop, there he comes. Good footwork there by Arona also. Moved back, stayed perfect on distance.
Arona feels this fight will feature some fun on the feet, is how he put it. But a great battle on the ground, even though he thinks Sakuraba's ground game is basic. Sakuraba presses the fight, but is met with a knee, which he thought was maybe a tad low.
Yep. Nice takedown defense there.
Good north-south position, couple of knees to the top of Sakuraba's head, blocks that last one, back up to their feet.
Yep. I just want to say, Sakuraba, it's not good to stay in this position. Get out.
One area that has been a glaring weakness for Arona in the past, boss, has been his stand-up when it comes to striking, leaving his chin very exposed.
Yep, but on the other side, you know what? Everything he throws with knockout power. His low kicks are very hard, explosive punches. You see Sakuraba is very cautious here, doesn't want to take any risk. Both of them actually are.
Arona's wanted to fight Sakuraba for a long time. He feels Sakuraba's a very slippery fighter, but he probably doesn't want to fight Arona on the ground. Time will tell. Right now, they're very cautious, going through a feeling out process in the early going of this quarterfinal matchup of the 2005 Pride Middleweight Tournament.
And if you think about it, Sakuraba actually already went for a takedown, so Sakuraba wants to take this fight to the ground.
And very good point, but however, great takedown defense exhibited by Arona on that shot.
Yeah, and you know what, with Sakuraba, it can always be a setup. Like he shoots a couple of times and then, boom, he gives a right straight while Arona is defending the takedown. Oh, nice kick to the body there.
And it was caught by Arona, and now Arona going to work on the ground. North-south position,
there we go.
Looking for...
Yes, on the Conde, he was looking for
yes. But now back up to the feet again. So again, a very interesting, what we like to call in MMA, the chess match has begun, boss.
Yep.
With so much at stake, it's nice to see, however, that those chances are being taken. In the first round, there was some question from some of the fighters what was happening, but now in this second round in the quarterfinals, we've seen some tremendous action. And right now, Sakuraba and Arona, you can tell that the wick is about to be lit.
Ooh, nice kick there again to the midsection.
And that was maybe a rather low kick as well.
Yeah. Ooh! That was a high kick.
Right hand from the bottom by Arona. And here comes some trademark Sakuraba.
And he goes again.
Blocked nicely by Arona.
Whoa!
And the fans responding appreciatively of the action they're seeing here between Arona and Sakuraba. There's some discoloring on the right leg already of Sakuraba. What do you think about the physical shape you see him in now? I mean, they can say what they want about the Japanese legend boss. He's been through so many wars in his career at the age of 36. He claims to be in the best shape that he's been in the last 5 years. What do you make of him thus far in this contest as he's hit there with another high kick that he blocks with his right hand?
You know, you really can't tell with Sakuraba, you know. He can just bait you and let you think that everything is a hit, and, you know, and then suddenly when you take the bait, boom, he comes with something. You never know with him. So, but Sakuraba and the way he is, because they say, oh, he's got something around the waist, it doesn't matter. We have seen people, look at Fedor Emelianenko. I mean, he's always in a phenomenal shape. So that won't give it away. We have to believe his word for it, and if he's right, it's going to be great.
Halfway through round one. Arona, of course, 2001 Abu Dhabi Submission Wrestling Absolute and 2001 under 98 kilogram class division champion. Also 2000 Abu Dhabi under 216 pound division champion. So he might want to take this to the ground right now. The nice knee. And that drove the wind out of Sakuraba. But look at him respond here feverishly, boss.
Nice. Ooh, this is a slugfest here.
Beautiful exchange.
And you were right, that knee. Oh, what a
takedown by Arona.
Whoa, like he weighed 2 pounds. The way he picked him up.
But they're back on their feet. What a scintillating exchange we just saw between Arona and Sakuraba, and what a takedown indeed by Arona. Again, at 205 pounds, he has a weight advantage over the 191-pound Sakuraba.
Uh-oh, Sakuraba seems to be in trouble.
Misses with that kick.
Yep, he seems to be in trouble.
Maybe he's going to recover here, however. Although, this is where Arona is most dangerous.
I think that knee took a lot out of him.
That was one of the most devastating knees we've seen in a while, right up the middle. And now the fans begin to rally behind their icon.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Looking for the standing
Sakuraba,
Kimura.
but you never know. Look, he's just throwing him away. Good knee, good knee. Sakuraba needs to get out of here.
A series of knees, and now the referee looking on. Sakuraba.
Plus there's the Anaconda choke, which is very known by the Brazilian top team. This could be a setup, knee, and then suddenly slide in that choke, because he pretty much has it.
Arona possesses so many physical gifts, and in the past, stamina was one of the question marks he faced because of his bulky nature. But right now, he is in total control against Kazushi Sakuraba, and he has been known to make some incredible remarks concerning other participants in this tournament, one being Vanderlei Silva, who's coming up in the main event against Kazuhiro Nakamura. 3 minutes now remaining in this first round. The question is Sakuraba going to survive this first round?
It doesn't look good for Sakuraba, but he can escape. He's in Houdini on the ground. So let's see. I'm still looking for Arona to sink in that Anaconda choke almost, you see. He's bypassing everything. I don't know. Oh, that was a good
devastating
knee.
right to the crown of the head. That one hits the glove.
You know, with that hand, touching your own head is not going to stop a knee. It will go straight through it.
Devastating knee.
There we go. There we go.
Beautifully done. Looking for the single leg and gets the takedown.
And hear the audience. But can he do something with it?
Well, he's now avoiding those devastating knees.
That's one thing for sure.
And listen to this crowd, in excess of 41,000 on hand. It's actually 45,100. And most of them, if not all, firmly behind Kazushi Sakuraba. Now it's Arona boss looking for the Kimura.
As long as he keeps one leg from Sakuraba covered, hooked, which he has.
And you can see that cauliflower ears now showing the effects of this war.
He has to explode it out, and as long as he keeps that right leg of Sakuraba locked, he might finish it. But you know, Sakuraba is very slippery. He knows exactly how to escape, and here we go already. Look at that! Beautiful! Whoa, what a combination. It's like he gives it to you, and then you take the bait, and he capitalizes on it.
That was incredibly nice to see between Sakuraba and Arona. Just when Arona thought he may be going for the Kimura, Sakuraba surprises him and trying to put on a textbook armbar, but again, the perspiration and
And
the sweat.
And the quality, the submission qualities of Arona, of course. Look at those knees here. Yeah, this is, I always tell those students, I think, do you really think that if you tape a glove on your hand and I kick you in the head, you won't go down? And they say, yeah, of course you go down. I say, so why do you keep your hand against your head?
There's no quit, you're right, and there's no quit in Kazushi Sakuraba. I mean, it's a morbid thought, but he has been quoted many times saying, well, if his life is going to end, he wants it to end in the ring. And this is, you know, Kazushi Sakuraba with that never say die attitude. And I'm just, it's a analogy, a metaphor.
Well, again, he looks for a takedown.
And now Arona just bull rushing Sakuraba into the corner. You hear Brazilian top team now screaming out instructions from their corner. And it is into the final 10 seconds of what has been an entertaining opening round between Arona and Sakuraba. And they will go to their respective corners and regroup for round number 2. And boss, your thoughts on an interesting opening 10 minutes?
Well, the beginning, it showed that they had a lot of respect for each other, but then it came loose. They started both to work and they mixed it up, everything. I mean, we saw escapes, we saw takedowns, takedown defenses, we saw it pretty much all. Let's take a look at some of those highlights here. Nice right hand there, and that knee, yes, you see Sakuraba.
Unbelievable how he
went through his knees a little bit. Boom, and now up, yes. He should have kept working on that knee, and especially because Sakuraba is standing in the southpaw stance, a right straight to the body will have a lot of effect.
But look at the way Arona throws the strikes, though. I mean, it is not your conventional striking method, boss. No. And it does open himself up. But just a point to make note of.
No. No, I said it. It's a perfect point because he strikes with a lot of power, but his chin is all the way up. Yeah. So if you have a counter fighter like KHARITONOV, like we saw in the beginning, he will take that shot, trust me.
What is it about Kazushi Sakuraba, boss? And I mean, now this is his 24th appearance in Pride that just allows him to keep going and absorbing the punishment and yet summoning the energy and turning the tables and keeps on electrifying this crowd. What does he possess that other fighters might not?
You know, here in Japan, we have the Bushido show, the way of the warrior, and I think the Japanese people, they really, you know, the samurai spirit is really embroidered here at the fighters in Japan. And that's why I really think that these fighters here, they have a never die attitude, never quit. Oh, beautiful that was so, yeah, beautiful attempt there, yeah. Yeah, they just don't want to get stopped. They rather get choked out or knocked out, but they don't want to top and they don't want to quit.
And the Brazilian Tiger getting the sweat wiped off his body and getting ready now for round number 2. And it's going to be interesting to see whether or not he'll try to take this to the ground, his domain. This is where he wants to control Sakuraba. He said he'd like to have some fun on his feet, as he put it, with Sakuraba, but then submit him on the ground. While Sakuraba said that he would like to win this fight by knockout or submission.
I think Arona should try a takedown because he's got a good takedown. And maybe try it one time. Set it up with a strike, go for a takedown, see if you can end up on top, and then go work from there.
Would you say that Sakuraba is a better wrestler than Arona, boss?
I would say yes, but you know, still the takedown defense that I saw from Arona, and I know he's got a very good takedown. Oh, look at that!
He's met with a kick.
Nice, and look.
He had the right idea, but he couldn't catch the leg because he missed with he slipped underneath the kick by Arona, but couldn't get the takedown, and then was met with a kick by Arona.
Yeah, but did you see how fast the reaction of Arona was? I mean, his head was exposed for like a second. That's it, boom, and the kick was right away there. So that means they're both in a phenomenal shape because they think really clear right now.
This is the kind of action we expected, again, with so much up for grabs, a position in the Final Four, the semifinals of the 2005 Pride Middleweight Tournament. At the outset, it was called the most competitive, the deepest talent pool in any tournament in mixed martial arts history, and so far tonight, we are seeing just that. The heart, the desire, the talent. So far, ALISTAIR OVEREEM. Oh, nice kick by
reflexes. And again, you see, 1 second is enough for Arona to right away attack.
I was going to say, so far, Mauricio Shogun and ALISTAIR OVEREEM had advanced to final conflict. And now it's Arona. And you know, we're seeing Sakuraba on his back here. And we mentioned, boss, that this is the biggest jiu-jitsu fighter that he's ever faced. And we've seen him on his back against the likes of Quinton Jackson and Kevin Randleman in the past. And he won both of those fights.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake with Sakuraba.
It looks like he's
pushing in his eye. Yeah.
Which I don't think the referee will look upon that too kindly.
Sakuraba should try to swing him to the left.
Referee asking for a timeout here.
Yep. Let's check on the cut. Safety first here. Pride.
Safety is indeed paramount. And we're very happy, in fact, during this pay-per-view, we do have one of the top cutmen from the United States, Stitch, on hand overlooking the things as well. And again, we're always looking to, again, stay one step ahead of the game. And there you see, boss, the replay.
Yep, that was the kick. That was the kick that did it. Watch, because that's right on that button. Watch, and took, boom, there it was. That caused the cut.
And they are now looking over the cut to Kazushi Sakuraba.
Look, the reflexes of Arona. Right away he turns, he sees, he aims, bam, and he shoots.
What are your thoughts on having cutmen in mixed martial arts? They haven't been prevalent so far in our short history.
It's very important. It's very important to have good cutmen.
And now Ricardo Arona waiting to see what will happen here as they are working on it. Swelling is underneath the left eye of Sakuraba. I guess more than anything, they're going to ask and see what his vision is like right now. And it looks like he can, if you can still see, they may allow him to continue here, boss. And of course, for Sakuraba and his fans, his many fans, this is not how he'll want to see his participation in the middleweight tournament come to an end. A lot of people feel that he's authoring his final chapter in what has been an incredible career with the run in this tournament. But then again, who knows?
Yep, wiping up. That's good.
To resume. And of course, that'll be met with a raucous applause here at Saitama Super Arena.
And they restart the fight in the same position as when they broke it up.
On a cross-facing Sakuraba, some short hammer strikes. Really just busy irritating him, trying to get him off his game plan.
Yeah, or open up that cut a little bit more.
Also doing that, but probably trying to set up a submission attempt here, trying to pass the guy, grab his back. No, north-south down there, going back to the knees.
Very good work here from Arona. If he should look at it, look in between and create a little bit more space, he could try to rain down the knees on top, over the hand of Sakuraba.
There's a skyscraper knee.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. That was a good knee. This is not a good position for Sakuraba. He has to get out, especially he already has a cut above his eye. He can open up only more.
A minute and a half remaining in the round. And Arona continues to strike the head of Kazushi Sakuraba.
Yep, Arona should really look now where, yes, you see that knee. Now he passed in between his hand and the arm and the biceps. He went through the middle. This is on the defense. although, you know, it still has impact, but if you can hit it clear, it will always be better. Good knees. Attacking the shoulders with knees is also a very good thing to do. Thai in Thailand, they kick a lot to their opponent's shoulders because then they can't use them anymore.
Right.
Same as a look
to the midsection. And back down now. Arona goes back, trying to wrap up the head. If you control the head, you control the body, and Arona doing a good job of that.
Yes, this is not a good position for Sakuraba. Sitting like that, it's very difficult to get out of it.
Well, Sakuraba's corner is giving him any words of advice. There's less than half a minute remaining in the round. Trying to tell him to hang on here if he can. Being systematically taken apart with those devastating knee strikes. Ten seconds left in the round. Sakuraba just trying to survive now.
And that's it. End of round number 2. One more round. Sakuraba doesn't look good. Arona is doing a great job. The power difference is taking their toll.
Wow. The fight is over,
it's
boss.
over. Yes, I thought so. They maybe should stop the fight. I wanted to say it. And thank God that, again, the safety here, the doctors, they said, you know what, it's over. Why more punishment? Let's stop this right here.
A testament to the fighting spirit of Kazushi Sakuraba in that he did not quit, but for his own safety, and a great call by the officials and a great effort by Ricardo, the Brazilian Tiger Arona. Promised to be more aggressive, show his fighting spirit. Arona records the TKO victory at the end of round number 2, and Arona will join Mauricio Shogun and Alistair Overeem in the final 4 at Final Conflict coming up on August 28th, only on pay-per-view.
I am very confident that I can beat Vanderlei.
I think every fighter has to be very confident in his fight, but he is wrong because I am going to knock him out.
Tell Vanderlei, shut the fuck up.
As far as Nakamura, I'm very well prepared. My last fight with Yoshida went to a decision. This time, I will knock my opponent out. I won't leave it to the judges. I will decide my own fight.
All right, it's time for the main event of Critical Countdown 2005, and making his way to the ring is Kazuhiro Nakamura, who will be facing Vanderlei Silva, the defending Pride World Middleweight Champion and defending 2003 Pride Middleweight Tournament champ, boss. And Nakamura spent time in Brazil training with Pedro the Rock Rizzo and one of the world's best lightweight fighters, or Shaolin Ribeiro. And right now, he has the hopes of the entire Japanese nation on his shoulders after what just happened to Kazushi Sakuraba and being eliminated by Ricardo Arona. Realistically, what are his chances in this matchup?
You know, I really see him, and we talked about it before, as a true samurai spirit. Well, this person right here has it. He's got natural punching power. If he can connect, it could be over too. He's very good in the clinch. A clinch that Vanderlei really likes because he likes to throw the knees. But if he does that to this person here, Nakamura, he's going to be taken down. So Vanderlei has to watch out. So he has a chance. He's also younger. He wants to be the top. And like you said, he's the last Japanese person in the tournament. So he's got to deliver.
Rizzo said Nakamura improved a lot in Brazil due mainly to the lack of distractions of home. Nakamura said he improved his timing and his takedowns. He also did some wrestling training. He got mentally stronger. He says that he's always respected Vanderlei Silva as a fighter because he's strong and he always delivers exciting matches. Of course, in the first round, Silva defeated his mentor, Hidehiko Yoshida. via split decision. That's the second time he's defeated Yoshida. So of course, there's that storyline, where Nakamura wants to gain revenge, but even more importantly, Nakamura wants to defeat Silva and become a superstar in Japan and move on to the finals in August.
You know what? This is interesting because if you look at his belt, it's taped up. That means that he probably is going to wear a gi. So he's going to wear a gi. He never did that before, but he saw that it was effective with Yoshida when Yoshida fought Vanderlei. So he probably thought, you know what? I'm going to use it too.
He's the All-Japan 100 Kilo Division Judo Champion. We'll find out if the gi helps him tonight.
青コーナー178センチ 92.9 キロ
Kazuhiro Nakamura is 26, 5'10", 205 pounds, 6-3 in Pride Fighting Championships.
赤コーナー182センチ 92.4 キロ
Vanderlei, the axe murderer Silva, is 28, 5'11", 205 pounds, 18-1, 1-1 no contest in Pride. It is the main event of Critical Countdown 2005, boss. The final quarterfinal matchup in the 2005 Pride middleweight tournament, and this is it. The stare down. Nakamura wants no part of it.
No, I never actually did it too. You know, it's like giving your energy away to your opponent or something.
All right, Nakamura's wearing the half gi. Silva looks like a caged animal. The main event is underway.
Oh, there a big right hand from Nakamura already.
He's known for his powerful right.
Oh, he's got to keep looking though. Keep your eyes on your opponent. Even when you
Silva knows the scouting report on Nakamura, knows his judo background, probably feels that Nakamura's going to try to take him down, but right now it is a stand-up exchange. And you know, Silva in the last few months, 6 months, has really changed his game plan. Doesn't come out like the house of fire that we saw in the past, boss.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And again, I mentioned it. Nakamura is wearing the gi, and really think it's the half gi actually. Yes, I really think it's for the clinch. So he's got more grip and can take Vanderlei down.
A lot of people thought in the first round, if it wasn't for the yellow card, that Yoshida may have even beaten Vanderlei Silva. Now, and a good job of slipping past that. Yoshida smiles at the way Nakamura was able to avoid that barrage of punches from the Pride World Middleweight Champion.
Look how easy he moves away from the kicks.
Nice knee by Nakamura.
Beautiful. And this is what Nakamura wants. Close in.
There's some knees from the champion.
Yep.
Nakamura, some good positioning and balance.
Nice.
Great exchange there. Silva says that Nakamura is one of the toughest Japanese fighters. He cites his faith in God as the biggest thing that's kept him mentally strong and on top of the middleweight division for over 4 years. Oh, Nakamura misses with the right and then is met with a counterpunch from Silva. He'll have to be careful of that, boss.
Yes.
And again, Silva doing a good job of the counterpunch here.
Yep, but if you know your opponent's counterpunching, you can counter that counter again.
Great job, low kick by Silva, but then immediately the left hook by Nakamura.
Oh. Nakamura dramatically improved in his stand-up game. Look at this. The way the low kicks come out.
Good timing by Silva, though, there, boss. As Nakamura delivered the kick, Silva immediately responds with a 1-2 combination, and boy, oh boy, they're immediately responding in kind. A great start to the main event of Critical Countdown 2005 in the final quarter-final contest of the 2005 Pride Middleweight Tournament between Vanderlei Silva and Kazuhiro Nakamura. Mauro Ranallo, boss Rudin ringside. We hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching it, as Nakamura almost got tagged with that right hook. Oh, but again, that right almost lands, and now Nakamura tries to bull. Oh, he's tagged with that right.
That's not good.
Into the close guard. And I was going to say, boss, should one of these fighters try to maybe establish the jab to get the distance, but now Nakamura in danger here of feeling one of those kicks.
Whoa! There we go. Backward knee bar. He has a knee bar. He could have gone for a knee bar. So, Vanderlei, he just should have fallen back and he had a knee bar there.
Guard now by Silva and the fans here. Respond.
Looking for a side choke.
Nakamura's position.
We're going to break him up, stand and restart him in the center of the ring.
Nakamura eliminated Kevin Randleman in the first round. Looked good doing so. Here's some trademark Vanderlei Silva, but then
saved by the rope.
Lost positioning there.
He was saved by the rope. You see it redirected his kick.
And Nakamura could go to work on the leg here as well, but now into the half guard. Now trying to use his gi. Maybe an Ezekiel choke, but no, it's trying to pass the guard now, standing up. Looking for the gi there. So indeed, Nakamura wearing the gi for a reason. Now a stand-up exchange.
Don't brawl it out with Vanderlei, I always say. Just don't take the risk. Pick your shots. Because he's good in brawling.
Swinging for those fences. And boy, oh boy, here's something that maybe a lot of people didn't expect to see. Nakamura willing to engage toe-to-toe with Vanderlei Silva.
Whoa.
You talk about... Oh, hey! All right!
Oh, that he shouldn't have done. He shouldn't have thrown that out. It was bothering him. Not good. He should reposition himself. Those strikes are not enough to KO him, so he needs to do something now. Get out of the situation.
Single leg there, trying to reposition himself, but now Vanderlei, the great balance of position, has full mount, and this could very well
be the end.
Spell trouble for Nakamura. Hammer strikes. Valiantly trying to avoid this brutal onslaught of punches, and it is over. Vanderlei Silva dispatches Kazuhiro Nakamura, and Silva's one step closer to defending his middleweight tournament championship.
Nakamura should not have thrown out his jacket, because at the moment he did it, his defense was down, and that was the moment he got clogged.
Not only did he throw away his half gi, but perhaps threw away any chance he had of recording an upset here against Vanderlei Silva, because until that point, he was giving the champion a pretty good run for his money. But at 5 minutes and 24 seconds of the first round, the referee steps in, and via TKO, Vanderlei Silva ends Nakamura's run in the middleweight tournament.
Unreal. But Vanderlei is back, and he did what he said he was going to do. He said, no judges are going to decide if I'm going to win or not. I'm going to take him out this time. And he was right. Yeah, he should have never, and again, thrown away his gi, because I really think that caught him off guard. Right away he got clocked with that left hook. Maybe they're going to show it again. No, they only show the finish here. Mixing it up. Wow. Vanderlei is back.
And a very exciting finish to what was an incredible evening of excitement. Critical Countdown 2005, the quarterfinals of the 2005 Prime Middleweight Tournament, and the Final Four is set, boss. It will be Mauricio Shogun, ALISTAIR Overeem, Ricardo Arona, and Vanderlei Silva on their way to the semifinals.
Wow, how can it be better? We're talking about it all the time. How can it be better? And still we deliver. It gets better all the time.
The next time you'll see us on pay-per-view will be for Bushido 8, Friday, July 22nd, the main event. The New York Badass Phil Baroni will take on one of the 4 aces of Bushido, Ryo Chonan. The following day, Saturday, July 23rd in Hawaii, Fans in Hawaii, make sure you take part in Super Brawl Icon, because the Pride Audition winners, 3 of them, Nick Ring, Tyrone Glover, and Carl Nunes, will be competing at Super Brawl Icon Saturday, July 23rd in Hawaii. It's been an awesome evening. 45,101 took in the event. For Boss Rutan, I'm Mauro Ranallo. We hope you've enjoyed watching Critical Countdown 2005. Good night from the Saitama Super Arena in Japan.
Sayonara.
Right now in the ring is the Ministry of the Environment for the country of Japan. We are very honored to have her here at the Saitama Super Arena, Ms. Yuriko Koike. She's the assistant leader of Team -6%, which is, of course, an organization for the awareness of decreasing the use of carbon dioxide, which, of course, pertains to global warming and various types of greenhouse gases in Japan. We can all make a difference if we all work together and become aware of global warming. And she is addressing the crowd, and actually the Japanese government approached Pride Fighting Championships and asked for an opportunity to address the fans of Pride. So quite a moment here for Pride Fighting Championships, and again an indication of just how big and mainstream Pride Fighting Championships is becoming, not only in Japan but around the world. In her comments, she is saying, "This is my first time at a Pride event and I feel the heat coming from the crowd. I've been told that the Pride middleweight tournament determines the strongest man in the weight class in the world. However, to determine the most strongest, the earth needs to be clean. In the process of global warming accelerating, 1/4 of the living species will become extinct. In February 2005, Kyoto Protocol came into force. And by this, Japan needs to decrease emissions of toxic gases by 6% compared to 1990. Now, if everyone works together, we are able to make a change." I would like to address the people here at Saitama Super Arena, the viewers at home, as well as the fighters fighting tonight for Pride Fighting Championships, to come together and to make an effort for the prevention of global warming. And I thank you very much for your time, and we hope that you will indeed help our cause.
And again, you see, Mauro, it's so huge that they use Pride to bring the message over to the people here in Japan and the world.
Like I say, a huge honor. Ms. Yuriko Koike was the Minister of the Ministry of the Environment. And really, boss, this is, tantamount to back home in the United States, having a member of the United States government representing the White House coming into the ring if we're going to the Pride event. So this is huge, and it's nice to see that the Japanese government supports Pride and has asked us to participate in what is, a very important issue, not only for Pride fans, but for all citizens of the world, as global warming is becoming a concern. And over 140 countries have signed the Kyoto Accord, and now Pride General Manager Mr. Nobuhiko Takada is entering the ring, and he'll be addressing the crowd. And Ms. Koike is going to be asking Mr. Takada if he knows the term cool biz, which is a word coined by the Japanese Prime Minister, Junichiro Koizumi, for keeping cool at business, work. And of course, cool biz not only means a fashion sense, like going to work without a tie, as you can now see Mr. Takada, or without a jacket, but in terms of maintaining the air conditioning temperature to 28 degrees Celsius, so that those who are tie or jacketless can work in an office without having to decrease the temperature of the air conditioning. And I think 28 degrees Celsius may have been a misprint, because 28 degrees Celsius is pretty hot. So let's just say it's cooler than that.
Right now they have a heat stroke in Holland, and that's 30.
But anyway, it's, like I say, a very important issue, and we know that people all over the world, concerned citizens, if anything, it's just nice to see that the Japanese government are aware of what Pride Fighting Championships can do to help an event like this. And you can see that here in Saitama Super Arena, we have our Pride Middleweight Tournament fans, boss, that we've been taking advantage of. It is the rainy season in Japan, but it's very humid outside, and of course, with the tournament going on tonight, It is sizzling hot indoors here in Saitama, and of course a huge crowd on hand to take in the action.
You see, so they already took the 6% down here. Right away they complied. That's why we're sitting here with the fans. Man, we're great. We're from the WWF, and I mean the real WWF, the World Wildlife Foundation.
So not only are there Pride fans in attendance, but these other fans are coming in handy as well, keeping us cool. Mr. Takada thanking the fans as well, and again, Ms. Yuriko Koike, the Minister of the Ministry of the Environment from the Japanese government, talking about the minus 6% and what you can do to help curtail global warming. And Pride Fighting Championships, happy to be a part of it.